Hello everyone, this is MystieGaming and welcome back to another episode of Reborn Archeology. First things first, let's check up on the cute little baby dinosaurs we spawned in last time. Our fossils in archaeology Pachycephalosaurus has gotten a little bit bigger. Oh my goodness! Too cute. Just too cute. I have been... Okay. Our Pachycephalosaurus right here is now 2 days old, which makes sense because I have been doing some building over there. And these guys... Oh, look, there's one. Oh my goodness. They look a little bit bigger. Just a little bit, but they also started out really small. Okay. And as of recording this episode, I have not gotten any name suggestions, so the Pachycephalosauruses need to be named. Okay, these also look like they're 2 days old. Oh my goodness. I tried to I filled in like the beams so we no longer have a floating pathway in between episodes, and I was hoping that would get our dinosaurs to be a little bit bigger, but apparently not. Oh, there's the other guy. How old are you? If I can... they're so hard to click on. Okay, he's 3 days, or she is 3 days old. So this must have been like partially loaded while I was building over here, but we have these beams in now, and I think they look really good. But now that we've checked in on our dinosaurs, the first thing I actually want to do today is visitor focused. And over here, at the other side of our Pachycephalosaurus enclosure, that is a mouthful. These guys need names so that I don't have to say Pachycephalosaurus every time I talk about them. But I want to build a platform out here that's kind of going to act as a little, like, restaurant area and kind of like visitor rest area. So I'm thinking maybe a cute little like restaurant with some chairs, and then maybe like some stalls selling like little bits and bobs, maybe some stuffed animals, maybe some fossils, because I have an idea, and if y'all don't like it, we can remove it in between episodes, but I have really been struggling to find fossils from Fossils in Archaeology because the fossil spawn rate for the Reborn Archaeology fossils, or the Jurassic Reborn fossils, are so high. So I added this little shop mod that adds a creative shop that I can like set all the prices and stuff in creative mode, and then once I go back in survival, I can't edit it anymore. And I would like to have a little stall selling the fossils, and I think I'm gonna do 10 diamonds for 32 fossils. That way, like, I still have to go and mine, and I'm still gonna be mining for the Reborn fossils, but I'm not spending my entire time mining, so that I can get these episodes out to y'all just a little bit quicker, which y'all know I already struggle with getting these episodes out in a reasonable time frame. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna build out a little platform first, so we can kind of see like the area that we're working with, because we are gonna have enclosures like down in this area as well, and even like a smaller one like right around here, I think. So I really think this is just gonna be like a little itty bitty like kind of platform kind of courtyard area. I don't really know. I'm gonna start kind of laying out an outline and figuring out what materials I want to build the actual platform out of, and I'll bring y'all back. And just a little update, I have built out the platform out of oak wood, believe it or not. I was originally going to do stone, but I figured since we have stone for the pathways, let's do something different. And I found this really cool chipped design that kind of reminds me of like bamboo almost, and something that I would see at my local zoo. So I thought it was just perfect, and it's turning out great. And I also just went ahead and added fences because I know myself, I'm clumsy. I'm gonna fall off. And I have marked out the area where I think I want like a little restaurant to be, and then our little fossil shop is going to be one of these, and I think the other is going to be like an information desk with maybe some maps of the zoo or something that's being sold. So I'm going to keep working on this, and oh, the other thing I want is a lot of like little chairs and benches to just kind of act as a little like stop-in area and rest area, because at this point, even though we only have one enclosure, they will have walked quite a decent bit, depending on where our entrance is as well, because I haven't decided that either. So I think this is just going to be the perfect little area. So I have finished our little shopping area, and I think it looks so cute with the tables and the little shops, and oh my goodness. So we have Omnivore's Paradise, which I don't have any glow ink sacks, and hopefully eventually I'll get some and I'll use them on here, but it pretty much sells like salad and water and some burgers, and there's like a little kitchen back here, and I think it's so cute. And obviously I tried to have a lot of seating areas, and there's going to be a view over here to the enclosure that's going to be down here. And then we have this cute little plushie shop, which is just too cute, and there's so many more. But it is time for us to set up our creative shops for the fossils. So we are going to hop over into creative mode. That's not how that works. That's how that works. And we're going to go and grab a creative shop. And then we're gonna need biofossils. And the nice thing about the creative shop is that it doesn't require any stock, so it's just gonna have unlimited stock for me, and I'm never gonna have to go in creative again to like refill it. And then some diamonds for the price, and I said 10 diamonds for 32. So we're gonna put down 3 shops kind of right here. And then I'm going to right click once to set the price, and then right click again to set the item. And then now we're selling all 3 types of fossils indefinitely. And is it gonna look better? No, because eventually I maybe want to install a mod that's gonna let us have like either real players or fake players, or maybe we'll do villagers, just kind of like manning these shops so that there's a little bit more life in our park. But let's remove all of this from our inventory and hop out of creative, survival, and then now I didn't bring my diamonds with me. Hold on. Now we're gonna spend all of my diamonds on fossils so that I don't have to waste all my time mining. And if y'all end up like saying that this is cheating, or y'all think this is going a bit too far, just let me know in the comments, and this is something that's pretty easily reversible. Okay, so I have 119 diamonds. I don't want to use all of these, but I wanna get a certain DNA, and I don't want to spoil it quite yet, because if we don't get it, we don't get it. But I'm pretty sure it comes from biofossils, so now all I have to do is I come and purchase it, and I think I'm gonna do 2 stacks, and then I also want to get a stack of these, and I think that's enough diamonds spent for now. But if y'all have better names for the shops, or if y'all want to name either of these 2 shops, or like thoughts on these little creative shops, like should I raise the prices, should I lower the prices, all of that information, like just leave it down in the comments. I really want to hear from y'all. But we have like this beautiful little area, so let's go and back to our lab and we're gonna break all of these down and see what DNAs we get, and hopefully it's gonna be some really good ones. Okay, and I don't know if I've shown the lab on camera yet, but I did rearrange it in between episodes, and I think it just fits a lot better than it did beforehand. Like, there's not wires coming down in the middle anymore, so... Okay, I'm gonna do a stack and half a stack in each of these, and these are just going to analyze, and I'm going to take all of this stuff out of here so we can see exactly what we get. And let's just do a little time lapse of it. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, so many DNAs. Okay. Brachiosaurus. Okay, okay. Oh, Leopleurodon. That one could be a fun one to do. Oh my goodness. Velociraptor. Megalania. Fox. Oh, axolotl DNA. Okay. And then this one, we got some T-Rex DNA. More Brachiosaurus DNA. Okay. Another Leopleurodon. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at all of our fossils' DNAs and what we have completed for Jurassic Reborn, because that mining trip I did in between episodes actually yielded us a couple more 100% discs, which is super exciting. So I'm just going to sort through it all and see what our options are. So I did end up going and buying another stack of the tar fossils because I realized that is what the dinosaur I really wanted to do came from fossils in archaeology, and we got it. So we are going to be doing the Megalodon enclosure, as I'm sure y'all know from the thumbnail this episode, and I'm really excited because I wanted to do a sea creature. So I actually have like where a lot of the enclosures are gonna go kind of like outlined in creative, and this one is going to go over here, which is going to be perfect because we're just like slowly building out this entire area, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to take a second to go gather a lot of glass and a lot of whatever other resources I need. Speaking of glass, I did end up creating fire seeds from Mystical Agriculture so that I could use them to create sand with our dirt seeds, because I ran out of sand for something that I was building over here. I don't actually remember what I needed the glass or the sand for. Oh, it was to craft these trash cans. But all of that being said, let's get to resource gathering for our very, very first enclosure for this episode. I don't know why I said it like that. Our first enclosure was the Pachycephalosauruses, and they keep getting stuck in this corner. So, but they have gotten bigger. They've gotten so big. This one especially, like, this guy is huge. Reminder that we still need names. We have 2 females and a male. So leave your name suggestions in the comments and your suggestions for the Megalodon. So it's the next day, and I just did some math about how much glass we need for this enclosure. And we need 247 stacks of glass, or roughly 15,800 glass. So we're gonna upgrade some botany pots. So I'm actually gonna switch these because we have plenty of spruce wood right now, and this is an elite hopper botany pot, so it works faster, and it only has tertium. I should have some supremium, which will make it go even faster, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't feel like mining that much glass. Um, mystical. Okay, I do have some supremium essence. And we're gonna turn that into farmland. And then I would like to go to botany. And is there like an upgrade, or do I just have to remake it? Okay. I do. Oh, okay. I can just upgrade it. Okay. Okay. Let's go grab. I'm also gonna upgrade the dirt one, and then we can just move whatever we need in particular. Oh, that went down into the system. To the pot with the supremium and the elite upgrade, because oh my gosh, we're gonna need a lot of resources for some of these builds, because usually what I do for the sea creatures, especially the big ones, is I just find a big body of water and like terraform the water and make that into an enclosure. But since we don't have any good massive bodies of water around where our park is gonna be, we don't have that option. So we're gonna be making lots of big glass enclosures, which is a good thing because it's gonna look really cool. It's just gonna be expensive. So I need to get some iron blocks like that, and then upgrade it. And how many ender pearls do we actually... Oh! When did I get that many ender pearls? Okay, and then I need to turn this supremium into... So I need this, and this, and a hoe. Yes! Okay, so we have 2 supremium farmland, and that was probably a huge waste of supremium essence. But you know what? It's okay. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy back right here with the supremium and the dirt seeds. And we're gonna give this guy some supremium farmland. And hopefully that will speed this up a lot, because I did some more math, which, like, I know I'm doing a lot of math, okay? I made sure I talked to my brother, who's a math whiz, and he checked my math, and we're all good. But we need roughly 31 stacks, or 2,000 items of each of these to get the amount of sand we need. Plus all the iron we're gonna need, but I'm less worried about the iron because we have 2 iron farms. So I'm gonna AFK, and I'm also gonna go and collect the other bits and bobs we need, because I'm also gonna be using some stone bricks, and I need roughly 10 stacks of stone bricks and 10 stacks of stone brick stairs. And then I'm also gonna need, I put 6 stacks of polished andesite, but I might need more or less than that. I didn't really do much math on that one. So I'm gonna work through collecting all of that, which is just so much fun, and y'all get to skip it and just go straight into the next clip where I will have all the resources, hopefully. So, I have been doing a little bit of work while I have been waiting for the sand to mine, and essentially I flattened out the entire area we were going to be using for this enclosure, and then some, because we're also going to have an enclosure over here. But as I'm mining out and like getting everything done, I'm realizing that some of my measurements are off, just like by a block or so. So each one of these, like the long ones, are supposed to be 28 blocks. And something got messed up somewhere, so I'm gonna try and redo it, and hopefully I'll get it all figured out, and if not, is it really gonna be that noticeable? But it's been probably a couple hours since I last recorded, and I did install FTB chunks so that I could chunk load like my farms while I was working. So my Guardian and Iron farm is chunk loaded, and this farm is chunk loaded. And I've kind of, like, I was so bored just hanging out waiting for the sand. So I, like, tinkered around and I redecorated, and I realized there was no need to be wasting all of these barrels with flowers. So I have them in these smaller ones now, and I put upgrades in a bunch of them, and it's just been going good. And I've also automated stone and quartz simply because I want to use polished tuff in this build, and I couldn't find, not tough, andesite. I wanted to use polished andesite in this build, and I could not find andesite anywhere. But we can craft it with 4 stone essence and another quartz essence. But, oh my goodness, we actually have enough dirt essence, and I'm sure the fire essence is going to catch up soon. So I'm just going to keep working, and hopefully y'all are going to see a little montage of me building it, so I can bring you back when it's done. I have finished building the exterior of the enclosure, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I really tried to make it look super reinforced, and I also went ahead and put the sand in the bottom because I figured that would be a lot easier to do before the water was in here, which is my next step, along with adding some decorations. So I'm thinking I'm going to be using a lot of sea pickles and bone mealing the ground a lot, and I want to put like some really tall kelp in here. And as you can see, I've also planned out where the pathways are going to be for this area. Oh, wrong button. I meant to press H, not J. Because I want it to like come down, and I want to have 2 pathways because we're going to have another really big sea enclosure over here. And then I was thinking maybe we could do some trees in the middle. And I also want to put them a couple blocks up because I needed to add all of this extra stuff on the bottom to help it look super reinforced. So that means if I put the pathways on the ground, nobody would be able to see anything. And I'm also really hoping that the megalodons are going to stick kind of like towards the top and be swimming around up there. And then I want the pathway to wrap around to like this optional little pathway that goes through kind of here to get a view of the megalodons from this angle up here, which I am definitely going to finish this pathway between episodes because I really want to get this enclosure done. So I am going to start filling this with water, which I'm assuming is going to take me a hot minute. So I will bring you guys back when I am done, and oh my goodness, mobs are spawning everywhere. I gotta get this thing filled with water. Okay, so I've just about finished the enclosure, so I came over here to process our megalodons through to their final stages so we can hatch them. And oh my goodness, I forgot how cool the cultivator from Jurassic Reborn looks. It literally like grows the dinosaur in there. So we have 1 megalodon going in. I'm gonna make 2 of each of them because I had 2 DNAs from fossils in archaeology. Oh, and perfect! We have our megalodon, but I don't actually know how many will like play nice with one another in the enclosures that I've built. So we might just spawn in 1 and then see what their max population is before spawning in the second one. And I think I need some more water in here. But look, it just grows from super tiny and it gets bigger as the creature gets bigger, which I think is such a cool little thing to add. And Fossils in Archaeology has it a little bit. It has like a little It almost looks like a maggot growing in there, which is, it's not that gross. It's kind of cute, but I wish I would have gotten it on camera. So I'm gonna finish. I'll wait for this guy to get completely grown, and then we'll head over to the enclosure so that you can see how awesome it is, because it has taken me absolutely forever to build and then fill with water. Honestly, filling it with water took me just as long as building it, but I don't want to talk about that. I just finished adding the final feeders and filling them up, and this is our enclosure, and it looks absolutely amazing. I love it so much. Like I said in that clip before, I really wanted to make it look like this massive reinforced tank. So let's spawn in one of each megalodon, and the good thing is that these are going to spawn immediately. Now this side is going to be the Jurassic Reborn side, and since they don't actually eat right now, since I turned that off, I only put 2 feeders, but I did fill them up all the way because that felt like a fair trade-off. So let's get in here and spawn this little baby in. And the decorations, I know they're kind of sparse, but I'm assuming the megalodons lived in like the deep ocean. So like I went for some kelp and like the sea pickles to light it up because it was really dark in here, and the seagrass obviously. But oh my goodness, it's so fat. Hold on. It's fat and mean. Okay, so that one's a female. I think I saw that. And you know what? We're just gonna put 2 in, and if they kill each other, they kill each other. And this one is a male. Okay, a male and a female. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let me out. Okay. They're in there, and oh my gosh, they're so big already, and they're babies. So hopefully we will forever have 2 megalodons in this enclosure, and if not, that's okay too. But look at them swimming around in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the swimming animations, like the last time I played this mod, it was in an ancient version of Minecraft before the Aquatics update, and oh, the swimming looks so much better. Now, let's see what the Fossils and Archaeology Megalodon looks like, and I just kind of put these floating little like bobbers in there. I probably should, you know what, I do want to do that. I would like to attach them with chains to the ground, and I totally meant to do that before I started recording, but I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so I just went and I crafted a stack of chains, so hopefully that will be enough. Because I don't actually know if we're going to be able to tame the Fossils and Archaeology Megalodon. I would assume it's what they consider a... Oh, that would help if I actually, like, put that on the right level. I would assume it's one of their, oh my gosh, what do they call it? Apex predators that isn't able to be tamed except without the scarab gem. But I don't actually know for sure. And I do not think I have any scarab gems to test it out. I definitely don't have any aquatic ones. And oh my goodness, I should not try talking and placing. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. I'm not actually going to put chains on that one because it's in the kelp and you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, and I don't feel like going and crafting more chains. So let's go ahead and spawn these in, and I'm going to go down to the bottom so they don't suffocate. And I need to get my Dinopedia out. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, so it's untamed, and it's a male. Do I have, like, fish on me or food that I could feed it to see if it'll get tamed? Hold on. There's probably some extra fish in the feeder. Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, don't think I can actually tame it. But there's one. And I'm gonna spawn in the other one up here. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, this one's a female, and it is also untamed. So we have two. We have a male and a female in each section. That's like actually perfect. Okay, let's go and see what they look like from out here. Oh my goodness, I love the addition of the chains, and you can see the megalodons swimming around. Oh my goodness, just wait until they get to the full size, because they're gonna be massive and it's gonna look so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this enclosure. Y'all have no idea. Oh my gosh, it swims vertically. Oh my goodness. Okay, these both look epic. Oh. Oh my goodness. Definitely leave your name suggestions. We have 2 females and 2 males. And speaking of name suggestions, we did actually get a name suggestion for our Pachycephalosauruses. So Duder's Den, I really hope I'm saying your name right, suggested to name one of our Pachycephalosauruses Petunia. And I think that is the cutest name. So I think I'm gonna name this one Petunia because I'm pretty sure it's a female. Yes. And I think the name Petunia just suits this model better than the models from the Reborn mod. So please leave your suggestions for the Pachycephalosauruses and the Megalodons in the comments section. And then I'm also going to release 2 shorts requesting names. So if yours doesn't get picked, it's probably because I picked another one from a short. And I will most likely release shorts naming the ones in the future. So keep an eye out for those, but we are going to name Petunia, and I'm gonna have to go buy a name tag and name it, so give me a second. And over here we are. Where is, oh my goodness. Here is Petunia, our Pachycephalosaurus. So cute. Oh, you know what I've completely forgotten about fossils and archaeology? It adds toys for the dinosaurs, which is just so much fun. So let's go to fossils and archaeology. And I think the balls are going to be the easiest thing to make on short notice. And I might make a scratching post for Petunia here. But I think the balls are the only things that the megalodons can use. So I'm gonna go craft up some things so we can give our dinosaurs some enrichment items. I just spawned in all of the toys and did all the things, and then I realized I wasn't recording. So I got 2 lime green toy balls for our megalodons so that they would just kind of pop out. They are kind of floating, so I don't know if they are actually gonna swim up here and play with them. But I am excited to see what they are going to do. And we also discovered that their maximum population is 15, which means in theory we could have 15 megalodons in one enclosure, which is just a little bit insane to me. So we're gonna stick with 2, and depending on how big they get, maybe add a 3rd. But our megalodons are just so happy hanging around. And then I named Petunia over here, which I think was in the last clip. And she has a little yellow toy ball, which she can play with whenever she wants. And we can actually also interact with them, which is really fun. And then I also made her these scratching posts, which she will just go up and randomly play with them in order to increase her happiness. But she is very, very happy right now. So she hasn't really been playing with them, and she's just been wandering around. But that is everything that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through, and if you did, please leave some name suggestions in the comments, leave a like on the video, and consider subscribing. It really means the world to me that people hang around and watch me build a dinosaur park. But with that being said, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!